Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. We are back. I'm so sorry that we're late. We had, a delay. I was shopping with the kids. We're getting the Christmas tree. You know it's Christmas, so don't hold it against me. We were doing the Christmas tree and all that, so I'm late. But I promise you that I have an update and it will be all worth the wait. So just sit back, get your drink or whatever you do. Just sit back and get ready for this update, child, because it is not going to disappoint. Now, Tasha. Why are you lying to the judge, girl? Why don't you just admit? See, this is what I find hard to believe about Tasha K. She's got Wiley on the Wiley show saying that she's winning. She goes over there and she tries to act like she's, but Tasha, we all can see it in your face. You have not been looking like yourself these past couple months. And it's obvious what's weighing you down. It's this goddamn case. And when looking at these papers that came before my desk today, I see why the stress is apparent. Now, we all know that Becca Lee's, she filed an additional amendment to that lawsuit. Okay, she added videos that Tasha posted from April to October. So it's only right that Tasha would ask for an extension to get time to answer to those Cardi B's complaint. Like, why the fuck are you still making videos about me? I don't know how you can possibly answer to that, but it's a case. So you have to get legal documentation together, and you can't just go up there and be like, bitch, because I wanted to, or because you a stinking hoe. And that's what the fuck, and that's, I mean, because that's how Tasha comes at it. You know, she's like, she's fucking Cardi B. She's a stripper bitch. She's a stripper bitch. You can't go in front of the judge and say shit like that. So Tasha has to prepare documentation, and this is the cost that you pay for going online and going on your channel and, defaming a person such as Cardi B. So Tasha has filed this paperwork and she's asking the judge for basically a leave of absence, that she needs time to get this shit together. All right. And she's also asking that Cardi B and her team respond to her dismissing of the counterclaim, the slander count 1 that she dropped on November 29th. She, amended the complaint to dismiss count 1 of her counterclaim on November 29th. And Cardi B, it seems as though it's either taken her a while to answer or she has not answered. So we're going to dig into this a little bit and we're going to see where that comes in at. So all of this other stuff is just basically outlining what I just said. So we're not going to read that word for word, but it's been a lot going on with this case. I mean, Tasha had a lot of deposition. She had many, many days of that. Her husband had many, many days of that. And they were trying to make it known, even during the deposition, that they were intending to dismiss the slander counterclaim to Cardi B's team. And they were like, okay, so that's what you want to do? All right, well, we have to talk to Cardi and we have to see if she's okay with that, if she wants to agree to that. And, so every day, so basically these paragraphs are saying that every day Cardi B was being, sent an email about it. It says during his deposition, so during Sheck's deposition on November 29th and Tasha's deposition on the 30th, they intended to drop, the counterclaim. So counsel later learned that the notice was not sufficient and the appropriate filing is an amendment to Ms. Keeby's counterclaims in accordance with whatever law. On December 3rd, via numerous emails, counsel requested written consent from Cardi's counsel, okay, so that Ms. Keeby can dismiss her counterclaim. They needed to file an amendment so that Tasha can submit the counterclaim. After ignoring several requests, Cardi B's counsel finally responded, and they stated that they needed to consult with Cardi B before providing an answer regarding plaintiff's consent to Tasha's filing the amendment. So see, Cardi has to give her consent for Tasha to file the amendment to drop the slander counterclaim. So I mean, November 23rd, 29th, December. That's Thanksgiving. That was the Thanksgiving break. Cardi's like, don't you fucking see me, eating chicken necks and chicken feet and hopping around and doing TikToks with my family, bitch. We are eating turkey and shit. We are not trying to answer no fucking court documents. You might be because you and your husband ain't doing nothing and he turning down Cooter but me and Offset, we over here doing shit. I'm playing in his dreads, I'm putting my feet in his mouth. We doing what the fuck we do. So you're going to wait, okay? You're gonna wait till I get finished doing what I do and I feel like answering to this shit. And anywho, just because Tasha feels like dropping the counterclaim, slander at that. Oh, so all of a sudden she's not slandering you. All of a sudden you're not in fear of your life. All of those accusations was in the slander counterclaim. So Cardi's like, bitch, I'm taking my time because now you're fucking playing with me. And I told your ass that I was going to drag this shit out and I was going to, drain your ass dry. And that is exactly what Cardi is doing. All right. So as of December 4th, during a meet and conference call, undersigned counsel once again inquired whether Cardi B was willing to consent to Tasha K filing the amendment. And again, the plaintiff's counsel said that they needed to talk to Cardi B for a definitive answer. Later the same day, the undersigned counsel requested via email that Cardi B's counsel provide a definitive answer to consent to Tasha filing the amendment. And they said, we need this shit by 11:59 on December 4th. And to this date, December 7th, counsel still has not received a response from Cardi B's counsel. Cardi said, when I get ready, I will let you know. She's going to make her sweat it out. It's like, I asked you to take this shit down. So now you want me to rush an answer to your amended complaint. I don't give a damn about what paperwork you're filing. It is my holiday weekend. I'm with my family. Culture's running around eating her chicken necks. We're doing us. Leave me the fuck alone. I will let you know. So Tasha's sitting back waiting. But while they do this is interesting. Now, as we read along, while we're waiting, it says, however, plaintiff Cardi B exceeded the scope of Ms. Keeby's consent by removing Star Marie Ebony Jones as a named co-defendant, and for the first time since the inception of this litigation, names an entirely new party, Keeby Studios LLC, as Ms. Keeby's co-defendant. So this tells me right here, honey, that she's not suing Star Marie anymore. She's suing Tasha K and Keeby Studios. So that's Miss Keeby's co-defendant, Keeby Studios LLC. So now, in light of all these events that are outlined above, Ms. Keeby is seeking permission from the court to file an answer in affirmative defensive to plaintiff's second amendment to address all newly pled allegations and to raise objections to plaintiff's unfounded and impermissible substitution of co-defendants. She's like, wait a minute, bitch, how the fuck you put Keeby Studios and removing Star Marie? Tasha said, I need more motherfucking time. So that's where we're at right now. We are at with this, where Tasha is like, okay, you're doing all this. I'm trying to, drop this fucking counterclaim. And, I'm doing this because I'm trying to help you. So this is where we get into the manipulation, okay, of Tasha K. When you read this now, Tasha is paying these lawyers and shit. For the money that she's paying them, they better have some fucking legal tricks up their fucking sleeve. They better be able to finagle or slither her way through this shit, because the way Cardi is dragging this shit on, before it's long done and over with, Tasha K is going to be, financially impaired by this. Now, I'm not going to go and say she's going to be broke and all of that, but this lying and outright committing perjury just might lead to a whole nother legal matter. Because as we delve more into this, you will see more of why I'm saying that Tasha is blatantly lying to the court. And, we're going to see where that takes her. Okay. So through all of this, this argument, we're going to read what Tasha K's argument is. Okay. There has been no undue delay on Ms. Keeby's part in filing the foregoing motion. Okay. Tasha filed her notice on November 23rd prior to the close of the discovery period on November 29th. So Tasha clearly intended to dismiss the slander counterclaim prior to the close of the discovery period. This court, via Ms. Lundy's email, the lawyer, whatever, directed all parties to utilize the week of November 30th in a final effort to resolve any outstanding discovery disputes and to hold off on filing motions to compel until December 7th or thereafter. The fact is, the plaintiff did publish defamatory statements about Ms. Keeby. She's saying that, Cardi did publish that. And for a period of time following those statements, Ms. Keeby did experience a decrease in social media followers and third-party advertisers, which inevitably led to diminished income. That is why Ms. Keeby wholeheartedly believed that there was sufficient evidence to prove that Cardi B's defamatory statements were the direct and proximate cause of Ms. Keeby's financial harm and damages when she initially filed her amended counterclaims. In fact, the slander counterclaim survived the motions to dismiss. However, upon a thorough review of all the evidence, Ms. Keeby concluded that she could not sufficiently prove causation and therefore should dismiss her slander counterclaim. Prior to filing this motion, Ms. Keeby did attempt to obtain the plaintiff's consent, but did not receive a response. Now listen at this. This is all the bullshit. See, now, what I'm reading now is Tasha's lawyers bullshitting, okay? If you can't understand anything of what I'm saying, it's all bullshit. Ms. Keeby did not want to risk waiting for the plaintiff's response any longer because Ms. Keeby did not want this issue to remain outstanding when it came time to file motions to compel and motions for summary judgment. To date, the plaintiff has not wasted any time specifically defending the slander counterclaim, nor has the plaintiff incurred any unnecessary expenses relating to the slander counterclaim because both parties were engaged in discovery, production, and have not yet filed motions to compel. There has been absolutely no bad faith on Ms. Keeby's part. In fact, the main reason she is bringing this issue to the court's attention at this time is so that the plaintiff, Cardi B, can avoid wasting time and incurring unnecessary expenses defending against the slander counterclaim, which would have happened if Ms. Keeby waited. First of all, Tasha, Cardi B is not going to waste any money. You're the one wasting money. So you got your lawyers talking all this blah, 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 legal jargon. What the fuck you mean is I am wasting all this money. We are pulling all this time. It's just, we're wasting time. We're dragging. And I got to pay for all these damn paperwork. I got to pay every time a motion is put out. I got to pay every time discovery is, I got to pay. And I'm sick of this. I want to, dismiss. And anytime a person is dropping a counterclaim and doing all that, they are trying to either settle or get this case dismissed. And I'm going to tell you why I know that Tasha is trying to get this dismissed. Now, she's slick. And Tasha always has something up her sleeve. Now, we all see on YouTube that her whole name has changed from a while with Tasha K, the way it was spelled, uppercase, lowercase, and all that. And it's now all capital, and everybody's like, oh, her check mark is removed. And yeah, she slandered Cardi B, defamed Cardi B. YouTube clearly has rules and regulations against that. But we all know that, Tasha does things strategically. And when Tasha changed her name, she knew that that check mark was going to be removed by YouTube. So she did all of that at the same time because she incorporated that Keeby Studios into an LLC and put that Unwind with Tasha K under that. And as you're going to see in these exhibits, she is trying to say that she was not properly served. Now, when I say that she is lying and that she is committing perjury, that is what I mean. How the fuck can you say that you are not a part of Kibi Studios? But we're going to see in these defenses of what Tasha is saying, okay? So we go through all of, it's basically Tasha saying, what she, is agreeing that she said and what she didn't say, and what she's agreeing is true and what she isn't true, and what she thinks should be dismissed and what it shouldn't be dismissed, and all of that. Okay, it's back and forth. Cardi's stuff, Tasha said, it's just back and forth. But when you get down to the 15th defense, it says, plaintiff obtained Ms. Kibi's written consent to file a second amended complaint. However, plaintiff exceeded the scope of Ms. Kibi's written consent by impermissibly adding a new co-defendant, Kibi Studios, LLC. Plaintiff was not entitled to add any new parties or amend the existing parties in this action. Plaintiff should be held accountable for exceeding the scope of Ms. Kibi's written consent and should be prohibited from making any amendments to this action that were not previously reduced to writing and agreed upon by both parties. So Tasha is saying that this should be dropped because Cardi made an amendment and she's adding a new co-defendant, which is Kibi Studios, and dropping Star Marie. And so then she goes on to say, Ms. Kibi lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief about the truth of the allegations contained in paragraph 2, and therefore these allegations are denied and alleged. Ms. Kibi admits the allegation contained in paragraph 3. Ms. Kibi is not the registered agent for Kibi Studios. Furthermore, Ms. Kibi was never personally served as a representative of Kibi Studios with plaintiff's second amended complaint. Plaintiff had absolutely no authority to add Kibi Studios as a party to this action, and plaintiff failed to perfect personal service of the second amended complaint upon Kibi Studios. The court lacks personal jurisdiction over Kibi Studios in this matter. Lastly, Ms. Kibi is not under any obligation to respond to allegations directed at Kibi Studios. Therefore, the allegations in paragraph 4 are denied as alleged. Ms. Kibi is not the registered agent for Kibi Studios. Furthermore, Ms. Kibi was never personally served as a representative of Kibi Studios with plaintiff's second amended complaint. Plaintiff had absolutely no authority to add Kibi Studios as a party to this action, and plaintiff failed to perfect personal service of the second amended complaint upon Kibi Studios. The court lacks personal jurisdiction. It just goes over in the same shit. So basically, like I said, Tasha is trying to get these lawyers to create these loopholes to say, well, the original case was against Tasha Transrena, Kibi, and Star Marie Jones, not Kibi Studios, LLC. However, when you go up here, yes, it says that, but this is for the motion to leave. But my whole thing is, well, who the fuck is Kibi Studios? So, like, you really want to stand before the judge and say, oh, I'm not part of Kibi Studios, so you need to, this should just be dropped and we should just go on about our business. No, it doesn't work like that. So you know what Cardi B said? He said, okay, bitch, here's a summons in a civil action. I'm going to sue you and Kibi Studios, okay? A lawsuit has been filed against you. Within 21 days after service of this summons on you, you have the right to answer. Basically, is what it's saying. If you fail to respond, judgment of the default will be entered against you. So since you want to say that I should not be adding this into my complaint, boom, bitch, here you go. Same day, we're filing a lawsuit against Kibi Studios, and now you have been officially served, you lying bitch. So see, when Cardi B wanted to respond, she fucking responded. She didn't want to respond when you wanted her to respond. She responded when she needed to respond. You're in a deposition, you're going back and forth, you're not doing anything but fucking lying, Tasha. Now, the point of this is, yes, you know, nobody wants to be sued. Nobody wants to say that they're losing in court. And it is the job of your lawyer to try to get you off. But you are in direct fault. You got on your platform and you lied on this girl and said, you spread, you know, oh, herpes, HPV, and all of this, and talked about her daughter, how she possibly would be born with birth defects. You get up there and you talk about her husband allegedly cheating with this woman and that. You're so worried about where that man lays his head at and where he puts his shit at. You're not even worried about your husband turning your ass down on your birthday. But you're so worried about what Cardi does, what, you know, and then you wanted to add, and I forgot to mention that she wanted to try to add in the lawsuit that Cardi is a known gang member. She hangs with people like Star Brim, and she wants to bring up the fact that Star Brim has a case coming up and blah, 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 blah. Girl, none of that has anything to do with this case. Has nothing to do with you getting on your platform, making millions of views and thousands of dollars off of this woman's name, reputation, and just basically for clicks and views. You built your platform off of Cardi B, and you just went on, your platform saying you dreamt of this day when you would see your name everywhere and everybody was making videos about you. Everybody is making videos about you. Yes, it's true, but they're making them for all the wrong reasons. They're not celebrating Tasha K. They're not celebrating your name. They're not, your name is not in limelight. Your name is in the gutter. Your name, you're just going down, down, down. Your supporters, of course, your winos, they're going to stick with you through thick and thin because they don't want to, they're just like you. They don't want to admit that they're wrong. They don't want to admit that their leader is, being publicly dragged and being publicly embarrassed. They're trying to champion for you as they should. But we have seen this paperwork over and over again. And Tasha, it just doesn't look good for you. You're going to now be sued as Kibi Studios, since you want to say that you weren't served. Cardi B said, boom, bitch, here you go. Here's your summons. We'll see you in court for this as well. And this has a whole nother civil action number. So this looks like this is going to be another case going along with this case. So there you have it, folks. Cardi B is suing Kibi Studios, Tasha K, again, summons in a civil action. The defendant's name is Kibi Studios, and the registered agent is Shek Kibi. So you want to take it out of your name and put it into Shek's name as well. So now you and him are being sued. That's a dumb ass move. You and him are now being sued. That just looks like it backfired. But y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know if we have any legal scholars. You're more than welcome to join the conversation. But like I always say over here at the Sweetpea Diaries, we can read, and I don't need no goddamn scholars coming in my comments trying to tell me what we all clearly see is in black and white. So drop in the comments. Let me know what you think. Be sure to like this video, subscribe. I holla. Till the next time, till the next update. Bye.